everyone. Today we're going to take an in-depth look at the major scale, and together we're going to practice getting really good at memorizing this so that you can use the major scale to do things like improvise and sight read a little bit better than you might have before. The first strategy that we're going to begin with to practice the scale is takeaways. For this strategy, you're going to need a pencil and a piece of paper, preferably like 8 smaller Post-its or 8 index cards or a piece of paper cut into 8 small pieces. So make that happen, get a pencil and get 8 little pieces of paper. Another thing that would be helpful for takeaways or really any of the exercises we're going to try today is if you can sit in front of a piano or a keyboard. So if you have a computer and you can pull up an electric keyboard so you can check your pitches, everything we're doing today will be pitched in the key of C, meaning that C is going to be your do. For the strategy takeaways, what you need to do is write one solfege word on each of your pieces of paper. So like one piece of paper that says do, the next one that says re. You do not need to draw the hand signs on there. Once you're done creating your 8 cards, what I would do is sing the scale a bunch of times, and each time take away a different note and just make sure that you still can do the scale from memory. For example, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do might be easy for you, but then take away a couple of the words. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. And you're beginning to memorize. You can see each time you could remove another word, and then you would be well on your way to having the scale memorized. Now, most of my students are really good with the scale ascending, but you should do the same exercise descending on the scale, like do, ti, la, sol, fa, mi, re, do. Do, ti, la, sol, fa, mi, re, do. Take away the notes as you go. The next strategy I'd like to introduce you to is the add a note strategy. For this strategy, you begin by just singing do, and then each time you add another note. For example, do, do, re, do. Now I'm going to add mi. Do, re, mi, re, do, adding fa. Do, re, mi, fa, mi, re, do. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, fa, mi, re, do. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, sol, fa, mi, re, do. So each time your scale is getting bigger and bigger. Of course, it would be great if you could do this without the solfege. So once you become good at this, take away pieces of your solfege ladder and try the add a note exercise again. We should also do this exercise descending. Do, do, ti, la, ti, do, ti, la, sol, la, ti, do, ti, la, sol, fa, sol, la, ti, do. You get the idea. Another creative way to practice the scale would be by doing 3, 4, or 5 note scales. So first I'm going to establish my do, and I'm going to sing 3 notes, so 2 notes above this do, like this. Do, re, mi. Now I'm going to establish a different bottom note. Re, mi, fa, sol, fa, sol, la, sol, la, ti, do, re, do. That's a 3-note scale. You could also do that descending. Do, ti, la, sol, la, sol, fa. If you are a little bit more advanced, you might try a 4 or a 5-note scale. I'll demonstrate the 5-note right now. Here's my do. I'm going to sing up 5 notes from this note. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, fa, and so on. You could do the same thing descending. Those are our 3, 4, and 5-note scales. Next, let's try a skipping scale. So I'm going to put my hand on the notes ascending up the scale, and I'm just going to sing a third above that note and see if I can do it like this. Do, mi, re, fa, mi, sol, fa, la. Each time I'm just singing a skip above each of the notes. Going down, it would sound like do, la, ti, sol, la, fa, sol, mi, and so on. Pause the video and practice the skipping scale. Next, I'm going to show you a strategy called picking cards. I just picked fa from my cards. What I would do is I would shuffle up all 8 of my solfege cards, select one, and then I would sing the note that I selected, the note above that note, and the note below it, like this. Fa, note above is sol, fa, note below is mi. That's a great strategy, picking cards. The final activity I'd like to show you involves audiating, or thinking notes in your head. What you should do is you could sing some of the notes in the scale and think others in your head, like this. do, mi, la, ti, la, mi, do. This activity is a lot more fun if you have a sibling who can hold a remote up to you and press mute on you and pretend like they're muting you and then unmuting you so that you can see if you're able to like keep your place within the scale. Best of luck.